You have no idea what is possible when you actually try. Here's the thing. I'm just going to break it down and explain what is actually possible when you try. Here's the thing. You might be thinking, hey, I've like not getting any luck. I'm not getting any momentum. I'm not getting any success, but this is why. Because obviously there's a difference between trying and trying. So trying is just like you living your normal 9 to 5. You're thinking, hey, this is fine if I half dedicate myself to this, if I half dedicate myself to that, and you split yourself too thin. And that's the thing. That is stopping you from getting you to the place where you want to go. That is stopping you from getting that reality that you want to go to. Because we all know you all want like that dream lifestyle. Let's just say the dream wife, the dream kids, the dream income. Let's just say whether it's 10, 50, 100, 200, even $1 million a month. And same thing. Let's just say if you want like the Russian wife, which I'm also funnily enough, I'm currently speaking to one of the Russians, the Ukrainian Barbie doll. Let's just say if you also want a wife with traditional values, or if you want a wife similar to like that Layla and Hormozy sort of story. That is what I'm showing you. You have no idea what is possible when you actually try. Because when you compound everything, when you compound what you want to be your dream life, what you want is your current dream expectations, and also what you want your dream reality to be, it is all possible when you dedicate yourself the hardest you humanly can and get yourself to where you want to be. Here's the thing. I literally started broke in debt, as you can see right here. I lost 100K, I got scammed, and I actually ended up running my first marketing agency because I was like, hey, let's try this out. And my first video got 25,000 worth of like booked calls. So it was like 5 booked calls on my first video. So this is why I'm also going to show you why. And also I run a marketing agency that makes me over 100 grand a year. So that should give enough credibility. And also things I'm only 21. So let's just go through and explain why. So firstly, one of the most important things is what is your why? And yes, I know you've heard it through everyone, but honestly, this is important. Why do you think? Why do you act? Why do you believe? Who are you drawn to? So firstly, let's just think, why do you act? Why do you act in this certain way? Why are you acting? Why do you want that certain result to happen? Because it happens through actions, and actions create reality. And here's the thing. So let's just say if I wasn't creating this video, I was not to act. Why did I decide to create this video? Because I want to give you guys free value. And also, as I said, if you want, you can claim a free discovery call down below, claim it. We can have a bit of chit chat, see if we actually align. And that it's like if you were to act, you were to click that link and book on a call, for example, because it could also change your reality and how your world works. So also think, why do you believe and why do you think in the certain way that you think? Why do you think that all online money isn't real? It's impossible. It isn't going to work out. I'm not great. I can't do this. Why do you think that? It all comes down to the way that your mind works. Why do you believe? Because also the thing is as well is these two go hand in hand. For why do you think and why do you believe? They both go hand in hand because it all comes down to your core belief systems, which we'll be covering next. And why do you believe that you're possible of only achieving so little or only achieving so much? Let's just say, hey, I can only make 10 grand a month online. It's like, cool, you're ahead of someone else, but also you got to think of why is that? It all comes down to why? Because you're not going to understand yourself. You're not going to understand, hey, I don't believe this is possible because of X, Y, Z thing. Well, let's just say, hey, I'll never understand this is possible because I never got along with my mum as a kid, for example, because she told me it's impossible. Because then you integrated that belief system and that also tells you why. And then once you start breaking that down, understanding the core fundamentals and being like, okay, sweet. Well, this didn't happen because I got told that as a kid. But then on the other hand, why do you, even if your mum did tell you that as a kid, why do you, in another situation, why do you believe that is possible? It works the exact same way because it all comes down to interpretation at the end of the day. And that's how the world's run. And also, going down to the next idea is where are you drawn to? What places, what ideas, what concepts, what business model? As I said, I run a marketing agency. I teach people how to run a marketing agency. Obviously, let's just say if you're more drawn to AI, SaaS, e-com, whatever, why are you drawn to that? What makes you drawn to it? Is it something that you've always been wanting to do? Like my dream since I was about 16 was always to start a marketing agency. I don't know why that is. It's just I've always been able to be a really good speaker. I've always been able to do content. I've loved being in front of a camera. I love doing videos like this. Like you can see, I've already done 4 videos in the last 2 days. I'm doing another 4 more. I'm doing another 2 more tonight and 1 more after this. It's like, why do you think I do this? I enjoy it. I enjoy making people succeed because remember, my job is here is to make you succeed as well as the people who I work with. Because here's the thing, I only work with financial services businesses. That's it. That's it. Because the reason why is because I understand. I've also done the consulting. I've also done the brokering stuff. I understand them at such a core fundamental. So that's why I am drawn to that industry. So think about it like this. Hey, let's just say I've always been interested in, let's just say like drop shipping, for example. Why are you interested in that? Okay. Is it just because you don't have access to more capital? Okay. Let's just say if you had infinite capital in the world, what business model would you be choosing? You're better off choosing that now than choosing some other random business model and being like, hey, I've got no idea. I just want to learn the skills for this. Yes, it's good to learn the skills, but you need to be literally bought into a business model that you're drawn by. It's like I also love psychology. I love learning. I love sales. And this is a perfect example of how I'm actually am drawn to this business model. Also for like places like I'm drawn to Miami, New York, Dubai, because I've got people there. It's like I've got people in certain areas. Also, same thing with Brisbane and Victoria. I'm drawn there because I've got a more creative outlook on life, while also it's being like, hey, this is where all the quick money's at. This is where all the fast money's at. It's like you as well. What places do you want to go? What do you want to move to, like a tax haven? Do you want to basically move to Australia because you enjoy the outback? Do you enjoy parts like certain parts of the world? It's like, hey, do you want to move to the UAE because you enjoy no tax? You enjoy summer all night long, or what? Do you want to maybe move to like Montenegro or even like Italy, Spain, Germany, or even do you want to move over to the United States like Miami, New York? Think about why are you drawn to these places? Why do you believe you need to, you know, be a part of it? Why do you want to go to these places? Think about it honestly. And this is when it also comes down to comes down to something which you need to understand. What is it, internal or external, that you're actually also driven to these places as well as your why? Okay, so let's just firstly cover the first part. Is it through an internal or an external? What have you been too like? Have you been too nullified, or have you thought, hey, this is a dream life if I move out to Dubai? What is it, just because you've always believed that it's possible and you believe that wholeheartedly in your heart? Or do you believe, hey, I need to move there because of this influencer telling me, or this guy's telling me? It's like, hey, I watch some guy on YouTube, he lives in Dubai, so I should move to Dubai because it's a tax haven. What do you actually believe at the end of the day? That's what's most important. And also, as well as this is why I say understand your why, is why are you pushing forward? Why are you moving forward? It's also, that's why I say it, like the internal versus the external. Is it because you want money, fame, status, pride? What do you want? Why do you have these values? Why? Because that's what you should be asking yourself at the end of the day. Why do you believe that? Why do you know that you want money? What do you want? The freedom? Do you want the location freedom? Do you want the mindset freedom? Do you want to be that man that you've always wanted to be? Is it the fame? Do you want to be well known? Do you want to end up being like a celebrity? Or do you want the status? Do you just want to be able to get whatever you want, wherever you want, because you know a guy? Because then you can get into certain rooms and then you're able to actually advance forward. And also for the other part, which is the external, is like family, friends, that dream home. Why do you want to do this? Do you want to basically look after your family, look after your friends, and be like that one guy who just pays the bill wherever, doesn't have to worry about it? Why do you have this why? Because also the thing is generally speaking, there's got to be a past or a future pain. There's got to be a past pain. So let's just say you're bullied as a kid, which is why you then want money because you never had the power that you wanted. Let's just say you had a rough upbringing, you never got any attention as a kid. That's why you want fame and status. Let's just say, hey, you've had a good family life throughout your whole life and you want to project that moving forward. Let's just say, hey, it's through an external means of looking after your friends, family, and loved ones. Or, hey, let's just say you've always been a social butterfly that, is wanting to be everyone's friends. Hey, then you want to protect strangers and you want to get them to where they want to go. Because there's also, if you think about it, if you make one person's life better who doesn't even know you, and also this is the point of sales, if you make one person's life who doesn't even know you better, then it's also going to make these people's life better through an external means. Because you, by creating this person's life better, whoever stranger it is, no matter where they are in the world, it's also going to come back to you as well. Because also, as I said up here, the world's through yin and yang. That's one of the secrets to life. It's through yin and yang because let's just say you acting today is then going to have an equal and opposite reaction your way. So you spend that money, you spend that pain now, and then you get rewarded by making their life better through technically making it worse short term, but making it better because they're like, hey, I can finally get a bit more freedom. I can breathe a bit more. I've maybe been able to, get that new car that I need, or let's just say help them out with like a water supply or whatever. Anyway, point being is then it's therefore makes their life like better but also worse at the same time because they're not able to develop as quickly. But then it also comes back to you in good karma because then it makes these people's lives better, the people who you care about better, while also advancing yourself forward and also advancing the community forward. It's like you spend all that pain to make sure everyone else gets to move forward and then you get the result coming back to you. As I said, this whole world works in yin and yang. Then you'll understand that the deeper and deeper you go. And also, you have no idea how important the past and the future pain is or even the pleasant. Like, let's just say you want to, You're going for that pleasure of wanting to be a millionaire and wanting to spend money on so many people, get them the dream life. Let's just say reward your family, reward your friends. Like why? Because it's like a future. You're it's like a it's future pleasure, and that's what helps you also to move forward. It depends on it. Also, it could be future pain. What are you scared of? What do you not want to happen? Let's just say, hey, you got a loan out. Hey, I can't afford this. How can I get myself out of this situation? Like I've been there. As I said, I've already lost over 100 grand because I got scammed, but whatever. I don't care. But also, it's like, what you are here. You've got to figure out where is your pain or where is your pleasure and why is it going to be there? Because that's also going to help you out because this is also a bit of a formula as well. So, and then that's also going to go into the next part when it comes to mindset. What do you believe is possible? Honestly, sit back 5 minutes, grab a pen and paper, and or sit on your chair and think, okay, what is possible? What do I honestly believe is possible? Because it's like, I've tried this, I've tried that. Why do you believe it's not possible? So, I mean, if I can do it, if I'm some random kid in the middle of Bundaberg who's literally on video recording this and showing you what is possible, why do you not believe it's possible? There's another 21-year-old who's probably running a hedge fund out somewhere. There's probably another 21-year-old who's running private equity. There's a 16-year-old running a content agency. What is stopping you? Why do you not believe it is possible? And this is why I say it's important as well to go back between your past and future pain and be like, why did I interpret it that way? And then that's also why we go into the next part. What do you what are your paradigms? Which means, why do you have your certain belief systems? Why do you think in this certain way? Why do you have your thought pattern? Because if you think about it, everything in life comes down to patterns and recognition. Because the better and better you get at life, it's more pattern recognition. All life experiences is pattern recognition. Why do you believe that you deserve this certain outcome of life? Because you're also able to change it just as easy, if not easier, to keep it because you don't have to try. It's like, look, all the people who are on the dole are all on government benefits. They believe it is too hard to try. But also the thing is they don't understand is once you get enough momentum, you're then able to move forward. Okay, why do you believe you're stuck in this situation? Why? Ask yourself why. And also once you start interpreting and understanding your thought patterns, you're then able to move back and think, okay, sweet. I believe this is because I got told this is a kid, this is a kid, this is a kid. Let's just say, for example, hey, I got told going to a 9 to 5, it means I'm successful. Working a job means I'm successful. Going to university means I'm successful. But look, in the reality of things, no one's doing that these days. Everyone knows that university is just a pure scam. Everyone knows that basically there's literally just as much degrees printed out as money. And it's like, hey, why have you been told to save? Saving's a scam. Why have you been told to act a certain way? Because it's either been through internal, because you're not willing to challenge belief system, or external, because you're willing to go with the fine line, you're willing to follow, you're willing to not question. And once you start questioning, you will not understand, like you will literally not understand of how much you've been lied to throughout your life. Because I had this breakthrough when I was like 16, when 16 to 17, when, back in 2020. So yeah, don't worry. I understand that. I've been through this as well. And also the thing is as well, I also paid myself a mindset coach. So that's why you got to understand your paradigms and understand your belief systems because you're not going to know why you believe and why do you think certain ways if you don't understand where the problem is coming from. Where is the problem coming from? And also, it's like, what do you believe is impossible? What? Do you believe it's impossible to get out of your hometown? Do you believe it's impossible to make proper money? Do you believe it's impossible to make 10K a month? What do you believe is impossible and why do you believe it? And this is also when it comes down to the next part. Why do you have your belief system? These two go hand in hand. Well, all of this goes hand in hand. Because it all comes down to the same thing. What are your beliefs? Why do you believe it? And where is the outcome actually happening? And then this is when we get on to the most important part. This is where you need to understand. This is where you need to sit back. This is where you need to think. This is why perspective is so important. Because if you think about it like this, life is only two ways, yin and yang. Good and bad. Both are real, both are unreal. Both are real, both are unreal. It's like, then again, it's like, what good thing has happened in your life and why? Why do you think what? You maybe got the girl, you asked a girl out and she ended up being your girlfriend. Or why do you think, hey, I got my bonus this year, or why am I going so well at my job? Think about why has that good happened? Because you've also had to experience a greater experience of bad, which means, let's just say if you define bad as working, let's just say if you define bad as, spending too much time, spending too much effort, not having enough time for, let's just say like a wife. Why have you, or let's just say, hey, you've had relationship issues. Why do you believe good things has happened to you and why? You've got to understand that to begin with as well. Why do you think the bad things have happened? How have you acted? How have you thought that actually made the bad things to happen to you believe that they are bad? Because as I said, they are real, they are unreal. One is good, one is bad. They are both two sides of the same coin. That's why we have the yin and yang over here. It's like, for example, hey, I got scammed 100K at 19. Why didn't I stop? Because most people would have literally just stopped. I'm out. Game's over. I'm done. Whereas I'm just like, no. Honestly, if you think about it, why did I not stop when I lost 100K and I got scammed 100K plus also having to pay off loans? Why did I not stop? Because I believe, hey, this is literally just my entrance fee. If I lost 100K now, I'll be losing $1 million next year. But why did I lose 100K now? What? I'll be losing $5 million in the next 10 years. It's like, you got to really think about it. Why? Because more money, more problems. What other 19-year-old has that problem? Also, that was all my own money from the age of like 14, 9 months till 18. Plus also whatever I earned while making 10K a month from 18 to 19 to 20 as well. Why do you think I didn't stop? Because I put all my dedicated time, energy, effort into getting that result. And I'm like, I don't care. I borrowed money for it. It's not my money, not my problems. It's like, yes, it's my problem. But the way I think about it is this is only for something better to come. It's like, let's just say if your wife left you, let's just say if you went bankrupt. What'd you be thinking about it at the moment? Honestly, think about it. What'd you be thinking about it at the moment? Oh, my life is terrible. My life is shit. I give up. Whatever. No. God has given you a gift. God has given you a reason why. He's just done a test on you. That's the way you need to see it, is everything bad in your life is a test for you to get something good. And it's also as well, since then, my life has only just been getting better. As I said, I make over 6 figures a year. I'm only 21. I've got the life that most people would dream of, and I'm just like, I'm not even satisfied with it. I want more. I want to be earning. I want to, get that dream reality. As I said, like, even I can mention as well, it's like, hey, I had one stage where I had two different girlfriends. I'm like, I wasn't satisfied with one. And then on another one, I had a girlfriend who I wasn't even satisfied with, who I couldn't even stand at the stage, because it's like, I'm trying to give you simple instructions. You are not listening. Is it because I'm not saying this a certain way? And I tried like all different ways of doing it, but no action was taken. So I was just like, no, we're done. Never talk to me again. That's it. That cutthroat, because I'm just like, hey, I understand that anchor is holding you back. I understand that anchor is stopping me from moving forward. And yes, I could also argue I generally reckon I lost on paper about 80, 90 grand during that 6 months time of that relationship. It's like now I'm speaking to a Russian chick who I absolutely like enjoy talking to. And yeah, it's like, okay, sweet. Why did this happen? I've had so much good, so much bad. And also I forgot to mention, after that, I got back with that other one, and I was going through psychosis because I was working that many hours. I was working 21 hours a day, and I'm like, okay, whatever, that's calm. And then she had my guts after that. I'm like, okay, what happened? And I'm like, okay, sweet. Why the invincibility theory I had? Like, I'm just like, hey, if someone put a gun to my head, I would not be scared. It's like I had that theory of, hey, I'm invincible. I'm actually able to do whatever I want. And yes, I know it sounds delusional, but welcome to psychosis. Psychosis is very much fun. But it's like, why have I not stopped? Most people would call that insane if you lost 100 grand at 20. That's enough for almost 2 house deposits in Australia. That's enough for an investment property. Most people would have given up the game and been like, I'm done. But as I said, you've also got to realize it all comes back, because everything in life is energy. And everything's energy in, energy out, as I explained down over here. And everything is energy plus momentum, as I explained also over here. But everything is energy in life. Money is energy, time is energy, life is energy, breathing is energy, water is energy, food. Everything in life is energy, even for the camera recording, because it had to use energy. It had to use power. It had to use, you know, same thing with these whiteboards, because I traded energy to buy these, and I also spent energy to write all this down. So you've got to understand, there's got to be an energy exchange. And also, it's like, once you keep on moving forward enough, and once you had enough bad to happen, also, I forgot to mention as well, when I was with one of my ex-girlfriends, I was living off $25 a week for food, and it's like, how do I make it? Do you really think I would have, yeah. But it's like, hey, how do I keep on moving forward? You've got to be coming from that mindset of, okay, sweet. God is just testing me. He's seeing if I'm worthy. He's seeing if I'm able to move forward. And also, by the way, I wasn't living with my parents when I got scammed 100K. So I was paying $900 a week worth of rent. And I was only earning like 1,500. But it's like, bro, you understand why. You got to understand all the bad, all the good happens for a reason. Like, this is the best thing that ever happened to me. Me losing 100K is the best thing that ever happened to me. I am so abundant. I can believe anything is possible. It's like, hey, if I can lose 100K now, what else is possible? Think about it, how it's happening and how it's affecting your life. And also, this is where it's come to my personal favorite two bits. Momentum. Momentum is your best friend. Your momentum gets you to where you want to go. Momentum is speed. Momentum is king. Because think about it like this. This is your trajectory. It just goes up. It just goes up. So it starts very, very slow and then it just keeps on speeding up and up and up. It's like driving a vehicle. So it's like when you basically put down the accelerator, you go slower, 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 and you just keep on speeding up. It works the exact same way when it comes to speech, when it comes to business, when it comes to dating, whenever it comes to relationships. Also, side note, if you guys are interested in basically me teaching you how to run a marketing agency, claim your free discovery call down below, click the link. We can have a bit of a chat and see if we actually align, because I'm only accepting 5 people for this month. So if you're lucky, if you get in, then yeah, we can go from there. But it's like momentum. Momentum's your best friend. Speed is key. Have you heard any rich person not move with speed? Every single rich person moves with speed because I want it done now, 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 now. I work the exact same way. You should too. Because when you move with speed, you're then able to get more stuff done. You're able to be more productive. And yes, productivity has a double-edged sword, but that's not the point. You're able to get more stuff done. You're able to act quicker. You're able to basically advance. It's like, okay, most people only work 5 days a week. I'm working 7. I'm working every single public holiday, every single weekend, every single day, just because I want to get to my goal quicker. It's like, hey, it's like 4 hours worth of content. I can do that in my sleep. It's like I'm recording these YouTube videos to schedule them in the future. You want to know why? Because once I can keep on moving this forward, then I'm going to be scheduling twice a day, 3 times a day, 4 times a day, while also running my marketing agency. Because it's like, bro, if I can spend like 2 hours doing this a day, and also the best thing is that it's also like this as well. It exponentially compounds, because whenever you do YouTube, it's a very slow game. You've got to keep on building up that momentum, keep on building up that presence, keep on moving forward. Speed is key. Speed is king as well. You got to remember that. Also, if you think about it, what do rich people do? They move with speed. They also get other people they also delegate out their tasks for them. Okay, firstly, if you want to be a rich person, think like a rich person. Okay, what do? They act quick, and also they also hire out help. What are you doing in your life? You're only earning, let's just say, 6 or 7 grand a month. What should you be doing? You should be hiring a coach or consultant to help you out, to get you out of your current situation, because I know you hate your life. You are going to be like, hey, I can't really move forward. I'm kind of stuck in this position. What do you need to do to move forward? It's like, hey, also another thing, it's like, I just bought a product for 1/3 of the price. You want to know why? Because the other guy gave up. I kept on moving. He decided to completely stop. And I got it for 1/3 of the price because I also asked for more help. It's like, bro, I've probably spent total about like $250,000 on just people helping me in my business. It's nothing to be ashamed of. But the thing is like, why? Because I'm able to move quicker. As I said, it's that trajectory. You got to realize your trajectory is literally like that. When you start off with nothing, and then you feel like you're moving like below, and then it just starts to shoot. That's what it's like. Honestly, that's what it's like. And once you realize that, you're like, sweet. That's also why I need to hire coaches, hire mentors, hire consultants, hire out marketers. That's honestly why I do what I do as well. Because I'm able to get my businesses more money, which means I can scale quicker. And under the pressure of scaling quicker, we're able to move forward, get better results, and also keep on moving forward. While also, I focus on the areas that I specialize on. I focus on helping them gain more leads. I focus on helping them get to the point where they need to get to. Or they can focus on the other stuff. I have my controlled box where I go back and forth between sales, help them out, move forward, and to see wherever the gaps are. I make sure my ads are better, my content are better. So then I can just continually learn. It's like, hey, one of my previous videos is like, hey, why do young male entrepreneurs feel like they're losing themselves? It's like the exact same reason. I do that is because I'm like, okay, sweet. So this has a CTR of this. This has a watch time of this. Okay, sweet. What can I do next time? How can I make it more entertaining? How can I make it more like in your face, like duh, 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 duh. Think of it sort of like a fight at the end of the day. You got to just keep on moving. And the quicker you get, the more you can throw your punches, the more you can move forward, the more you can just, continually just, impress them. And, like, not really impress them, just win. Because it's just like the more, like you see that I'm moving around a lot. Because the thing is, when I move, I create more, I just don't stop. That's also why. And also, it's like, as I said, rich people hire out to solve their problems. Fast always wins. Hire coaches and consultants, make their life easier because less stuff they're going to worry about. And this is the formula you've all been waiting for. This is the formula you have all been waiting for. It is speed plus action equals luck, or action plus speed equals luck. Action equals trying. Let's just say you're trying to create content. Let's just say you're trying to do reels. Let's just say you're trying to get sales. Message people, message, act, always be doing something. It's like the good old saying, always be closing, ABC. You should be treating your life the exact same way. Always be doing something, because the quicker you do something, the quicker you act, the quicker you think, the quicker you essentially put your ideas into reality, the quicker things are going to happen. And this is as well, is when you start moving quickly, when you start moving even faster, you start getting momentum. And also with momentum, that equals speed. And this is what it is. It's A plus S equals L. Action plus speed equals luck. And because the thing is, luck is only created by taking action. Luck is only created by taking more shots. It's like, hey, the amount of businesses I've taken shots on and failed with, it's like, bro, I should be giving up by now. I shouldn't even be part of the game. Also with that as well, it's like, I shouldn't be part of the game. How many businesses have you started? What? Maybe you could be hitting your next home run on your next one. Same thing with YouTube. What? Maybe you could be hitting your next home run with that one. What? How many videos are you doing? How good are the videos? What is your quality? Are you also reviewing? Are you analyzing? Are you thinking, hey, what can I do? What can I move forward? How can I end up helping this person move forward? It also works the exact same way with speed. You notice, whenever someone messages me, I respond straight away. I get there. I act. I move. I ask questions. I'm continually thinking, because it's also what speed is. And then that finally equals luck, because you're getting more feedback, you're getting more results, and then that finally gets you that outcome that you want and that breakthrough that you finally want. And then also it's after that, how can you move more quicker? So honestly, it's like, how can you move quicker? What? Do you maybe need to post more? Do you maybe need to stay awake longer? Do you maybe need to think, okay, sweet, how can I move quicker? How can I eventually move forward and attack that? It's also as well is, how can you take the most amount of action today? What do you need to do in this hour block to take more action? What do you need to say? What do you need to think? What do you need to do to act? How can you do that? And also think about it like this. What is stopping you from moving forward? Because action ain't stopping you, speed ain't stopping you, and luck ain't stopping you if you have all those three together. Because it's like, also, yes, I understand some people are luckier than others, but it all comes down to action plus speed. How can you create an event to happen? How can you act quicker during that event to speed it up? Put it through the pipeline, move it forward even more. And also, here's the thing. If any of you guys want to learn how to run your marketing agency, click the link, how to scale your market, run and scale a marketing agency. Click the link down below, claim your free call. We can have a bit of a chat, see if you align. As I said, only 5 slots left for the month, and then we can obviously move forward from there. But yeah, really, it is that simple. Action plus speed equals luck. Because as I said, the more you act, the quicker you act, equals the luckier you're going to get. And also the more chances on goal. That's like, hey, every single great athlete have just tried and tried and tried again. No one cares about how much they have tried. All they care is about what is the difference between them taking action and them stopping, them taking action and them continuing to act. Think about it. That's what makes pro athletes pro. That's what makes pro business owners pro. That's what makes literally everyone pro, because they decide to act, whether how good, how bad, how talented they act. How fast do they act? How quickly? How much momentum do they have behind them? And then that equals luck. Because then also you get lucky, you get more shots. It's like the good old saying. It's like, I'm going to knock 100 doors and only get one. And that one is also going to be the one who pays me. It's like, works the exact same way. And that's why it's also as well, follow-ups are the gold mine. Follow-ups are the gold mine, because following up, keep on digging further and further and further, creates more action, creates more speed, and then therefore equals more luck. And that's how you can change your life. So yeah, as I said, if any of you guys want to learn how to actually run a marketing agency that sells high ticket services, click the link down below, claim your free call in the description. We can have a bit of a chat, see if we actually align. And yeah, then we'll go from there. Also, if I was you guys, I'd watch this video on your screen over here, how young male entrepreneurs are losing themselves. So yeah, give that a watch. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Kapow.